Well, Facebook Marketplace strikes again. Saw this guy drinking coffee on a Sunday morning. And it was just too good of a deal to pass up. This is an old, it's a 56 F-250. I don't know, maybe you can read it here, but Rogelstad Ford, out of North Dakota. It was our original service truck that drove around. It just got really nice patina other than down here. Very little rust to speak of. It's just be hard to replicate patina like this. Probably won't be able to see it here, but that's the old AAA logo. It's got the big back window. Interior's not much is there, but when the price was right, and it was right where I was going for my sister's wedding, I just couldn't pass it up. Kind of got custom bumpers on it, heavy duty old school stuff. This side's in about the exact same condition. I've had the itch for something like this for a while. And here's the beauty of it. Every time I buy something with an old locked up motor, I'm lucky enough to get it freed up, and then it runs too good, I'd feel bad to tear the motor out of it and put something else in it. So I got a 2001 Chevy 2500 two-wheel drive work truck that is, unless somebody gives me a better idea, that's gonna be the donor for this guy. It's 6.0 4L80. I haven't measured everything too close yet, but the wheelbase is pretty close between the two trucks. So I'm thinking I might be able to use the stock rear end and drive shaft also out of that truck. But the plan is to get use as much of the factory GM stuff as possible. So I got air conditioning, cruise control, heat, obviously. We're in Minnesota, so even when the roads are nice, you need some heat sometimes. I think I'm gonna leave the patina look as much as I can. Kind of like the black top on the hood. I might try to match, or the top of the cab, I should say. I might try to match the hood to kind of the rest of the look here. I don't know, we'll see where I get, but I think leave the patina there, and then wouldn't be all that much work to make the interior really nice. Don't know if I'll end up doing bucket seats or maybe do something with this, but like a headliner and as much sound deadening and insulation as I can possibly get in here. Do the interior really nice. Just make it a driver. You can tell it wasn't hauling firewood and things like that. These inner wheel wells really don't have a ding in them to speak of. But let me know what you guys think. But I like the black Steelies on a pickup truck looking tires. I'm all for the lowered stuff, but this truck, I like the way it sits and looks right now. I'm gonna start with just cam and valve springs in that 6.0. Try to get her in the 400 horse range and drive it like that. See what I think. But I've always wanted to do the turbo LS stuff. Now we got E85 everywhere. It's cheaper to make power with a turbo than it is to build a motor by the time you do high compression pistons, really good set of heads, intake, you name it. You'll need injectors anyways. So, like I said, I'm going to start with just a cam and drive it like that. Hopefully get a month or two of driving yet this year, kind of shake things out, and then determine from there. But I really got the itch to make this 6, 7, 8, 900 horsepower, kind of a sleeper monster. Nice thing with the turbos, you can turn the power up and down kind of on the fly as much as you want. You can turn it down and tow like a bandit. Have 1-ton axles in it, and it'll be able to pull it. That is not going to be the issue. Just a matter of if the thing can drive anywhere straight enough. Might do the Crown Vic front end, 4-link rear suspension. That's all for after I get it running and driving. There's so much room under the hood that I'd like to get the motor tucked as far back as possible, just for handling reasons, and then have as much room as I can for suspension upgrades as we go. But this is just kind of the first look, getting some ideas. Kind of want to document a starting point is the main part of this. But if anyone's got ideas or done something similar, by all means, give me a shout. Shoot a comment or something and tell me what you'd do differently, or if you'd do it exactly the same again. I'm open. Kind of got a blank slate here. So anyways, here's the first look and first thoughts.